How do you do? Mr. Rez felt it would be rather unkind to present this live play without a friendly word of warning. We are about to unfold the story of Dracula, a conqueror cursed with bloodlust, immortality, and emptiness. It is quite possibly one of the strangest tales ever told. It deals with the savage hunger that exists in the hearts of all mankind. It will scare you. It may frighten you. It might even terrify you. So, if any of you feel you don't wish to subject your nerves to such strain, now is your chance to. Oh, well, we warned you.
Why do we hear a train?
That's funny you should say that.
Wait, was I supposed to hear a train? Oh, there we go. I hear it now.
April 19th, 1897. Location: the Nora. A passenger train headed for Transylvania. Approximately 20 tons of British steel and German engineering. Speeds on a fixed track. Due to some intersecting fates, what appears to be a child is at the helm of the controls for the train. In a snap decision, the child decides to pull a lever, changing the narrative for the people around him. Steel begins to sing as the wheels derail from the predetermined path, the shift in momentum causing the passengers to be flung into the air of the train cab, bodies colliding like a ballet of agony. The train begins to go off-road, an unfamiliar terrain, a fish out of water. It tumbles and slides, launching people from windows like fleshy cannonballs.
Loading crash. Well, this is good. That's a good sign.
That's a good sign. At least, I've never played a game where it's told me it's loading the crash before the game crashed.
This is where we find one Jonas Heinrich. His body mangled, his mortal coil unraveling. Lucky for Jonas, he's in good company. Jonas, go ahead and give me a
Yes.
perception check.
Perception.
Yes, sir.
11.
11. You hear the screams and cries of people, the squeaking of metal, but surprisingly, the refreshing sensation of kind of fresh air. Your vision is cloudy due to the fairly severe concussion that you have, but also due to the fog that lingers thickly in the air. You hear the familiar voice. Serge Bala Longinus. There's a slight delay as you hear these foreign words as they become unforeign. Jonas, get up. We need to move. We need to go just a bit further.
Jonas is gonna reach out with his right arm and grab part of the train and just try and pull himself up.
Jonas, a little housekeeping. Can you go ahead and put yourself at 0 hit points?
Yes.
You don't find your balance as you look down to see that you're currently standing in a puddle of your own blood. Your feet mangled, your body lacerated. You hear that voice inside the back of your head. Your kind and your fragile bodies. It's okay. Give us but a moment. Just think happy thoughts.
Ooh. Jones would think of the past.
Of course, as anyone would. March 17th, 1880. Jonas, you and your father travel to a local nobleman's house in the quaint British countryside. You are waiting in the Murray's garden. The flowers are in season and pulsating with life. As the sun hides behind a thick wool blanket of clouds. Jonas, would you go ahead and describe what a 12-year-old version of yourself may look like?
He would still have his glasses, and he would have like short, really messy hair. Look like hasn't been cut in a while. He's in like semi-nice clothes, but as nice as a child could keep them. And his right arm is just a stump.
Fascinating. What would Jonas be doing as he is waiting by himself?
He would just be. I think he'd be looking at a book, trying to keep himself occupied.
Jonas, can you go ahead and just give me a perception check? Just a flat D20.
Well,
What's a subject that Jonas would find very fascinating?
well, right now, medical field. He's trying to be like his dad.
You look down at the pages of this medical textbook, sounding out some of the more complicated words as you look at these diagrams of how a body should look. You watch in fascination as the muscles and tendons connect a biomechanical organism, a machine. You're so preoccupied with your little lessons that you don't really hear them coming until it's too late. You look up from your textbook as you see a familiar face. You see that of Ismark Murray, and he is not alone. He is surrounded with a small posse of other children from his wealthy neighborhood, a mix of genders. You see that the boys are making gross, disgusted faces as the girls are kind of giggling behind them. You see Ismark will kind of step up to present you, as if you are some sideshow attraction. He will turn to the crowd of children and say, "See? I told you. Look, he doesn't have an arm." You hear one of the girls say, "Was he like, did he lose it?" "No, he was just, Jonas, show him your arm."
Jonas just gonna look sad. Just show them like a million times have been.
How do you show them your appendage, Jonas?
He like tries to point it at them.
You hear it creates kind of a murmuring of disgust among the children. You hear Ismar go, "That's no, Jonas, show them like all of it." Here. You see that he is approaching you.
Get Jonas to like back up a little, frightened.
Jonas, come on.
Again?
Just real quick.
He's just gonna do it, sign, go along with him.
You see that he'll actually kind of. You're wearing sort of a button-up shirt, and he'll kind of slightly pull it open to reveal your arm that is connected to the fleshy bit of your shoulder. You hear it has more guttural reaction. You hear that some of the people in the crowd begin to. Some gawk while others gag a little bit. He goes, "See? I'm your ringmaster. I'm my sideshow attraction." That is at the moment where you see him kind of make a dull, pained sound as you see Mina, a 12-year-old Wilhelmina Murray, begin to push Ismark. Ismark, really? You know he's our guest. Get out. I'm gonna have the servants throw out all your little weird friends. Come on, Jonas. And
Thanks, Mina.
it's okay. You see Mina will take you by the hand and lead you to a more secluded part of the garden. And she'll take a seat underneath the tree that overlooks a small creek that runs through their property. You want me to get the servants to give us like something to drink, something to eat?
No, I'm good. That brother of yours.
Oh yeah, he sucks. But you know,
Always the same.
well, you should stand up for yourself a little bit. Don't let him push you around.
It's easier said than done.
I mean, what's the worst? He's gonna hit you?
Well, you know what he is, what y'all are.
Eh. I mean, your dad's a doctor. That's nothing to scoff at.
You're a noble. We're completely different.
Eh. Things are changing. You'll see.
Hopefully. And he just gives like a faint smile.
So what you reading?
This medical book. Trying to be like my dad.
Well, that's cool. I don't know what I want to be. I think I have a little bit more limited options than you do.
You could be whatever you want.
Yeah. I want to see. I do want to travel. See the world.
Yeah, place kind of empty.
I want to go, maybe even go to America.
Ooh.
See one of those real cowboys.
They're not real. What do you mean?
They are too.
No, that's just fake.
I just think it's cool. Maybe even go to France, Greece. Where would you like to go?
Ooh. Well, I'm gonna go to Rome. See that big Colosseum?
You, the Colosseum? That's kind of a funny thought.
Hey, but it looks cool. Can't deny that.
We should go together. When you get older, of course.
Yeah.
And you just kind of relax, Jonas. And she'll go ahead and take your hand. Go ahead and give me an insight check, Jonas.
Or
The words in your childlike mind cannot really form what it is that you feel to Wilhelmina Murray. However, the only clear, concise thought that you have is you want this feeling to last forever. Jonas, can you go ahead and roll as many hit dice as you please?
yes. I think I have to do it this way. Yeah.
Fantastic. You hear the familiar voice in the back of your head go, "There you go. That should do it." Can you go ahead and describe Jonas as he currently is?
Okay. He still has the same pair of glasses from when he was a kid. His hair is kind of longer. Still a mess. He's in nicer clothes, and he has a chain around his neck that has a nice cross on it. And then where his right arm was is now a full red and purple arm that, and on the end of it is just this giant blade.
Fascinating. Puberty was hell on you. Lucas Lamore, could you please go ahead and roll as many hit dice as you please? Or should I say Luke Fairwhite? As many hit dice as you please. To remedy you of this terrible, terrible feeling.
Wow.
Ooh.
Luke, why don't you go ahead and describe your character and how their appearance may be a little different from what they usually present themselves as you are in a more disheveled condition than usual.
Luke is he's a tallish man of medium height, around, I would say, 5'9". He has on this very fine attire, which is now probably covered in dust and dirt, with rips across it. He had a feathered cap on, looking like a traditional French noble from probably a couple decades earlier. What looks like his hair, this long, kind of a very looks like oiled long hair, seems to almost like be greasy hair, seems to be shifted to the side, almost as if it's coming off, and his face, it was once covered in white powder. Some of it seems to be almost coming off, showing a more tanned skin below.
Fascinating. And we have another, a fresher face. Mene, would you go ahead and roll as many hit dice as you please, as well as describe your character in their current condition? Oh no.
God, those dice are so ugly.
You know, when we talked about the aesthetic for this game, some of us just didn't get the memo.
Fine, I'll change it.
No, it's fine. It's actually better to have different dice so I know who's rolling what. Would you please go ahead and describe yourself, Mene? In your current condition, of course.
Go ahead and stand up. His suit is definitely a little tattered at this point. And he'll look around briefly and locate his hat and put that back on. Appearance is important after all. I believe that didn't go too well. Manet has all the looks of a distinguished older gentleman, except for the fact that he's not in fact old at all. Also, someone's breathing into their mic super hard. You good?
I think that was me.
Oh. Yeah, so Manet looks like they're probably like maybe almost a teenager. So 12, 13, somewhere around there. They look like a child trying to pull off the adult look.
Of course. Fascinating. You all stir back to consciousness in the middle of a chaotic visage. The train that you were on is currently bifurcated into two pieces, multiple train carts spread throughout the countryside. You see that there is a giant splat of blood where Luke Fairwhite currently is. You see that this husband currently is trying to stir awake his wife, and let's just say she's in a very deep sleep. What would you all like to do?
Are any of these people ones that we recognize?
Some of them were passengers on the train, yes. Well, let's just say all of them were passengers on the train.
Yeah, but were these two the ones that were like in the train car with that body?
They were.
That was the guy that hit me.
He is currently talking with his wife. They seem perfectly okay.
Nobody's gonna do anything. Jonas would try and offer medical aid to people.
Who would you try to give medical aid to?
Who looks the worst off around here?
Go ahead and give me a perception check, Jonas.
Perception. 12.
12. Your eyes sort of immediately dart to the one child that you see, but they seem to be fairly okay. Your eyes immediately then also dart to this husband and wife. You see that he is kind of cradling her body, trying to stir her awake.
Jonas would go, I used to be a doctor. Let me check on her.
Please, can you help?
I will try my best.
Jonas, go ahead and give me a medicine check.
9.
You should have kept that textbook. But you don't have to be a PhD holder to recognize a corpse when you see one. Fortunately.
Also shake his head. I'm sorry. She's no longer here.
His disposition doesn't change as he's still rocking her back and forth. You will see this gentleman come up to you, Jonas. My good sir, are you some sort of medical practitioner?
I wasn't training for a while.
And he'll go ahead and reach his hand out. And he will say, I'm Dr. Saxton. I was en route to Babe's University, not too far from here. And then he'll turn to see the disheveled Frenchman. Hello, sir. Dr. Saxton.
He's just kind of crouching with his head in his hands, and he's just trying to get his bearings.
Oh. You see, Dr. Saxton will take out a flask from his coat pocket, and he'll present it to you. For your palate, Luke, it's an interesting flavor. A spirit that you actually have not had.
What does it taste like? What would be the most close approximation out of the many spirits that Luke has had?
That's the interesting thing. It really does not have a flavor. Manet, it looks like you have wandered off to a group of people. You see a man and his wife. The same people from the train cart that you were in. They see you approach and say, well, the gentleman will say, are you alright, kid?
I could be better, but I could be worse. Quite a disastrous day we seem to be having, all things considered.
Yeah, it's been a real hell of a day. Where are your parents, kid?
Oh, I was traveling by myself. That's fine. I can handle things on my own.
Well, I reckon there's actually there's a town pretty close to here, so I think me and my missus are gonna make our way to that.
Which direction, if you don't mind me asking? I'm not familiar with the area.
It's just north of here. Well, it was north of here. You see that he takes a moment to do a few mental calculations. It's west of here.
How do you know?
Well, he'll point to the train tracks. We were there. Now we're here. Bucharest, I think, is the name. And you'll see this gentleman will kind of go over here. And he'll take a stand on top of this miscellaneous train part. And he will call everyone to attention. People! I don't know what the hell happened, but we cannot stay here. We need to go get help. Maybe some of the local towns can lend aid for, I don't know, people still trapped in the train. I just think it's a bad idea to stay here.
Agreed, sir. We should definitely make to the nearest town with all haste.
So, gather what supplies you can, and I guess we can go ahead and set off.
Should we not try and find anyone trapped inside the train? Underneath some rubble?
I mean, look, fella, if you if you think that's the best call, but I think we ought to go get some. I think we ought to help ourselves before we help anyone. We need to tell someone that this happened.
Very well. And he's gonna start making his way to looking for the train that we started in.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
19.
It's in pretty rough shape. It is torn basically in half. One section laying one direction and the other in a different. As you're walking through the rummagings, your foot hits something and you stare down. There in pristine condition is a flashbulb camera.
Oh.
He's gonna pick it up, kind of dust it off, and pocket it. He's gonna see if he can find anything else from Rigby. Either her bag or anything that was on her.
With that 19, you do find something that you believe could be usable. A press pass. It would take a little finagling, but that's nothing that you can't do, Luke. A little cutting there, little scratching there, and you may have yourself a new ticket to get most places that you want to go, with no one raising suspicion.
He'll kind of look at it for a second and... does it have her face on it?
It does not.
He'll just kind of rub the pass with his thumb, put it in his pocket.
I would also like to interject that you did in fact down some booze. And since we're using a slightly modified homebrew of 5E, booze gives you temporary hit points. If you'd like to roll 2d4 plus 2, you certainly can.
2d4 plus 2. Wow.
Oh, I have something that might be broken.
You gain 5 temporary hit points. And go ahead and just give me a wisdom saving throw if you would like.
Wisdom save.
Oh no, is he gonna be a lightweight?
I'm sorry, a constitution saving throw. We'll just keep that.
Constitution.
We'll just
Okay,
use the 15 or the 13, which is high enough.
Okay, okay.
You do not become addicted to vodka. A few of the people will begin to gather, and they will set off. It is up to you if you want to follow.
We're real quick. While we're looting, can I try and find any medicine supplies? Was there like a first aid kit somewhere?
That is a great question, Manet. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
$16.
16. You find a few gauze, find a bottle of antiseptic, but nothing too, let's say, potent to dull pain effectively.
Oh, a pity. I'll go ahead and hand them off to the doctor.
Can Jonas try and look if there's any signs of the mummies?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
5.
Jonas, as you're searching through your mind, trying to recall the events before the crash, you don't know if that was actually real or not. Perhaps it was a Petra-induced hallucination, but you cannot discern if it was indeed fact or fiction.
Okay.
You just know that there were 2 other people there, or perhaps they weren't.
Luke will turn around from picking stuff up, and after putting the things away in his bag, he'll walk back over. I was unable to find anything of worth.
Found a few basic medicinal supplies, but I guess the first aid kit was nothing much on the train. Anyone here a doctor?
You see Dr. Saxton will go ahead and raise his hand.
Well, I do believe these will be better in your hands than mine.
Thank you, son. So, they set off. Are you gentlemen following them?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Luke's not getting left alone to die.
Would Jonas recognize Luke as one of the people from...
Yes, he would.
I imagine all 3 of us would recognize each other, right?
Besides the brief concussions and whatnot, you are able to discern what may have transpired. The railroad was following along this river, and you landed just shy out of the town of Bucharest. As you are traveling just by foot, you notice that the woods around you, it feels like there are things watching you as you begin to trek through sort of a clearing until you reach a main road. And there you see something fairly, let's say, different. Something you might find out of a history book. In front of you, you see 2 massive statues that guard a gate entrance. One of the statues' head has fallen off, cracked on the ground. But in front of you, as you walk this road, is a gate. On the other side, you suspect is Bucharest.
This really where they are? He's just gonna shake his head, muttering to himself.
Where's who, Jonas? You hear the voice in the back of your head say,
Ismark left me a letter.
Oh, serendipitous indeed. This is where we need to be, Jonas. You see the woman from your happy memories, and all I ask is to go a little further in the mountains. We're looking for someone, Jonas. Someone of great importance.
Okay, we can do that.
As you begin to approach the gates, there is a faint cry for help. You see some of the people in the crowd that you're traveling with begin to tighten their ranks, not sure how to approach.
Is the call for
Go.
help coming from the town or from us?
It's coming from slightly off the main road. I'll go ahead and paint you a picture.
That looks bad.
As you guys are traveling the beaten path to lead into this gated area, you hear a cry off the main road. You hear the cries of children echoing from a oblique layer of fog to the side of you. What would you like to do?
Jonas would go towards the children.
They're in front of
Luke
you.
will
Yes, Luke. Go ahead.
Luke will join him and draw his rapier.
Mene will go and kneel behind a rock.
Fantastic.
But also be analyzing the situation.
Luke, to paint you a little better perspective, you see that these children are currently hanging from a tree. You see a young girl and a young boy sitting in a tree as wolves are trying to climb up to get a little bit of a snack. What would you do, Luke Fairwhite?
Remembering that he did not reload his Derringer, Luke is going to reach into his sleeve. He's going to draw a card.
Oh.
He's going to kind of roll it between his fingers, and he's going to throw it at the first wolf here.
Go ahead and do that.
I'm going to use my bonus action to aim, get advantage, just in case. The wolf is going to take 8 slashing damage from the card as Luke throws it with blinding speed, and then he's 2. Let's see, what is the number on the die? It was a 4. Ooh, I am going to shackle him. Roll sneak attack damage and add it to the razor card's damage. Until the start of your next turn, the target's speed is halved. It can't make more than one action on its turn while its speed is reduced in this way. So, sneak attack damage.
I think this is the first time you using your flashy ability. Oh, that is tragic.
Yes, that is tragic.
You go ahead and pull out a card from your deck. It is a 3 of clubs. As you launch it through the air, as it's being projected, it is currently raining. However, the speed and accuracy in which you throw this card begins to slice some of the falling raindrops as it just buries itself in this wolf. Which one are you hitting?
The one closest to us. You vile creature, stay away from those children. And he points his rapier at it. That's his turn.
It yelps in pain. It is now turning its attention to you, a closer food source, not up a tree.
Jonas, seeing the kids in danger, is gonna run up and with his bladed arm, just try and slash at the one that Luke attacked.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
And that's a miss.
That is indeed unfortunate.
And that would be his turn for now.
Jonas, must we interfere? Petra will say, as not really having his whole heart into it. You swing and miss. Manet, what would you like to do? That is a wisdom save on the dog's part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Doc will take 4 psychic damage, and if it's still alive, gonna suck next turn.
There is a venomous touch to your words, Manet, as they enter the ear canals of this canine. Go ahead and do some damage, and now it has disadvantage, and it is also shackled. Is that correct?
Yes.
So it
When the
can
card
only-
hit it, it almost like cut one of its hind legs. Almost in its Achilles tendon. Whatever the dog equivalent of that would be.
Yes.
So its speed is halved, and it can't take more than one attack on its turn. Well, its speed this way. Until the start of my next turn.
Copy that. Now it is the wolf's turn. This one is gonna move right here. Let's see. Use that.
Yep. That misses.
Is that with advantage, though?
It's not with advantage.
Oh, was that the one that I
Oh,
gave
wow.
disadvantage?
That also
Oh.
misses.
No, this is not the one you gave disadvantage to. The one next to it will go ahead and roll just once because of the disadvantage Manet put on it. It is not currently moving.
That misses.
Indeed unfortunate. This dog will go ahead and sprint over here They're just really craving child at the moment. Mena, you see this wolf dart towards you as it gets a running start. It's just going to go ahead and leap at you. There's a 13 hit.
Yes.
Oof.
I cast Silvery Barbs.
No.
What do you say to distract him? Do you call it a bad dog?
I like to think Manet is just spinning his watch really quickly to
Mhm.
distract him. So that's going to be another roll, correct?
Yes. I'm trying to bring up. Yeah, go ahead and roll again. I'm trying to actually.
I'm
get
just
it to
going to go ahead
show
and use this
Silvery Barbs. There
advantage
we go.
toggle, and then we'll keep the damage if it... No.
Oh,
I'm just going to roll again, and we're going to have a clean roll. That would
yeah.
determine the
Okay.
damage.
I didn't know what clicking. I didn't realize clicking Silvery Barbs would do the roll. Go ahead.
Oh, no. If it does the roll, then that's fine.
Yeah, it's a 14 now.
So it's a 14.
Yeah. It still hits.
And we're going to go ahead and just roll the damage again. How do we want to do this? I'm just going to roll the damage again.
You could just keep the damage since it was technically a separate roll. I mean, it doesn't really matter much.
Okay. So I will take the 10 damage then.
Then Manet dies.
The child dies. Child? Quotation
Well-
marks?
The jury's still out on that. Luke doesn't believe he's a child. He's seen a few baby faces this time.
It's a weird child.
You both look in horror as this wolf just grabs Manet by the arm and begins to wiggle around, shaking his small appendages around. Manet, you see blood gush from your little arm. This is not a feeling you felt in quite a while.
Is he knocked prone too?
Let me
I think
double
he needs to
check.
make the save.
I think
Because
he
you
does.
have that button.
Yes, he does. Manet, go ahead and give me a save, would you?
If you click the button where on the attack roll, it will automatically do it.
That's cool.
I don't suppose being behind cover would have helped at all, would it? Or is that only for ranged? I forget
would
how
I
that.
think it's typically only.
Yes, this is also
Yeah.
not a large boulder in front of you. This is kind
Okay,
of a
so
flat
what saving throw am I making?
strength.
Or just click the button in the chat roll.
Yes, where you see bite, there's this thing that says strength saving throw.
Try. Rip.
Manet,
-3?
Oh, jeez.
I had a 5, remember?
Manet, you are currently on the ground prone as this wolf is just, well, it's found a new chew toy. Oh, I
Hey.
flipped it back there. you go.
Yeah.
God damn it.
We were both doing it.
That is the wolves go. Top of the round, we'll go ahead and go back to...
Oh, Luke has advantage.
Luke does
Ooh.
have advantage. I'm going to go ahead and move us back to Luke.
A little help, sir. I will say to Luke.
It appears our companion is in danger. And he will make an attack against this wolf
Go for it.
with his rapier. Advantage.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh,
You rolled better.
oh, now. Let me get some sneak attack going for this. So it's gonna take a total of 7 or 6, 17. Ow, that's not crazy good, but
You
Still
rolled
pretty
2 ones on your main attack.
Yeah.
yeah,
If it wasn't a crit, it would have blew.
it would have. How's it looking?
You go to plunge your rapier into this beast. Your rapier bends a little bit as you stab this wolf. This doesn't appear to be a domesticated animal. This is something a little bit tougher than your average canine. as it yelps in pain as you plunge your rapier into it, piercing its thick, matted fur.
Ah, very well. He is going to pull another card out of his sleeve. This one, like the edges appear to be almost slightly harder than the edges of a normal card, and he kind of slashes it across its back as a bonus action. This is probably going to roll my ability modifier. So that should just be one. It should just be one damage. Oh, it is a. That's just one damage.
I just realized somebody's not with us.
Somebody?
Renfield's missing.
Oh yeah,
You didn't notice that earlier?
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Well, Luke forgot about him too.
You never met him.
That's true. I think I saw him, and I'm like, nope.
Nope.
Yeah, he saw this rat-looking guy, and he's like, nope.
Oh, it's my turn.
Jonas, I believe it is your go.
John's just gonna come on, Petra, we gotta do this. And just try and keep stab the one that's been hurt.
If you insist.
That's an 11 hit.
But unfortunately, that does not cut it.
And that would be his turn.
Give us a moment. I did revive you. Still warming up, Jonas. These things have to wait. Manet, it is your go. You're currently still prone, but in the jaws of the beast.
How does this guy look right here?
Well, he's not looking great. He looks a little beyond bloodied.
Bloodied.
Very rough for wear.
I'm gonna reach into my vest pocket and toss some powder onto this pupper. That is, I cast poison spray.
Interesting. I think that is going to be my save.
Oh, that's after using movement to get up. Sorry.
Of course.
Oh yeah, that's
Rest in peace. Renee.
should not have tried that in the rain, I suppose.
You go to release this powdery substance, but the rain droplets just pound it to the ground. It creates a foaming sensation as it hits the grass and mixes with the rain. And I believe that is the Big Bath's wolf's turn. This one is gonna get closer over here. And this one has 2 targets. And I believe the technical wording on pack tactics is...
Of the creature, yeah.
So this one is going to go ahead and bite. Well, we'll go in order of operations. The first one is going to go ahead and attack Jonas.
Oh, hit me. Make Petra wake up. Nope.
Oh, I thought that was a 19.
Then this wolf is going to go ahead and reach out to Luke.
Technically, I think already would have advantage for flanking. Oh, yep, that's gonna hit. Oh, that's a lot. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to roll advantage on the one that hit Jonas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, roll advantage again. I am at 3 health.
You feel the vodka come up a little bit in your throat as the adrenaline flushes your body. It was good vodka.
Ah! Let me make my strength save. 16.
16.
Whew.
You're the real McCoy. You do not get tossed to the ground. And now we have Manet. Manet, this may be indeed not a fun time for you. Fingers crossed.
Indeed.
Don't kill the child.
Oh.
And by some divine intervention, it does not prevail, and there is no ally within 5 feet of it to give it advantage. Manet is safe for the moment.
It was about to attack and then it sneezed because the powder went through.
He is going to go for this wolf that is between him and Manet.
Fantastic idea.
Stab it with the rapier. It's ooh, well.
They hit
Both hit.
Cool. Does it look like 6 damage will kill it?
Well, as you plunge the blade into it, it goes limp.
Oh,
Its legs buckle underneath its body weight. It is no longer among the living.
Luke is going to move down here and bonus action swipe with his card against this one.
Go for it.
No.
Still, I am flanking.
You are
Blinking.
flanking.
16?
16. That's up to snuff.
Woo. Okay, so it takes 4 damage and sneak attack.
Well, I will save you the trouble. It is dead as you slice whatever visible artery is next to you, causing it to gush blood as it limps and falls. It is dead.
With a blur of his rapier to the first one, he does kind of like a spin and step to the side, and then slashes with the card. And then he is going to move the rest of his movement here.
Thank you.
Wonderful. This Frenchman has some fancy footwork. And then there was Jonas.
Hey, Petra, let's gotta do this. Gonna use Thunderous Smite. Petra's lets out a loud wail in another language. Oh, advantage?
Yes.
Does a 12 hit?
Unfortunately, it does not, Jonas.
Technically, your Thunderous Smite's still...
Yeah, it's still up.
Yeah.
Yes. It is. There is some silver lining. Jonas, I just revived you. You have to give me a moment.
I can't do that.
Is Jonas talking out loud when he talks to his arm?
He's like muttering to himself.
Can I hear what he's saying? Can I
would
make it out?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
What's your passive?
Yeah, what
My
is it?
passive perception.
I forget there are
is-
mechanics for that.
I think it's 12, because it's 10 plus your wisdom modifier, right? So
Yes.
I believe it's 12.
No, you do not. Over the snarling of wolves, the rain, and the crying children, you unfortunately cannot make it out.
Okay,
Perhaps
but I
one
can
day
hear
you
him
will.
muttering to himself.
I would say you probably more or less see him muttering. You see his lips move. And then there was Manet. Manet, it is your go.
Mutt!
He runs away.
Those venomous words strikes a little truer as he begins to twist and contort. He shakes his head. He did not like that. And it is now their go. Oh, his go. Gonna go ahead and bite Jonas. With disadvantage. Luckily with disadvantage. Isn't that
Oh, why with disadvantage?
vicious mockery?
Because Vicious Mockery.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
misses.
Whew.
Got you.
So you just take the... Oh, you don't take any, because I
You
missed.
don't take any.
Every time he's getting hit, he's just using his arm to block it.
You just hear Petra. Ow! Jonas, we really need to talk about you using me as a shield. And that is the wolf's turn. Clutch move, Manet. As the kids say. Just like you, a child, you know.
Kids these days.
Yeah, what the children say in 1897.
Yep.
They usually it's known for when they hit the ball and hoop, or the stick and hoop. When they turn it, they call it a clutch.
Yep. And you know what? Don't even bother looking that up. That's true.
I know for a fact.
My favorite pastime is spreading misinformation on the internet.
Yeah,
Yes, especially when it harms no one.
it's not misinformation if it's true.
That's true.
Okay, another rapier shot. With advantage.
17 points of damage.
Whew.
He's going to go in with another sweep of his card. I really should make a bonus action one of these.
And it drops.
Oh, it's dead from that.
It is in fact dead.
And I couldn't get one hit in.
Luca, with a twirl of his rapier, he sheathes it, and at the same time puts away the card in the same motion. Almost as if he never had one.
Fantastic. Stellar work.
Well, I can see who will be doing most of the work in this agreement or partnership.
It's not like we didn't just get into a train wreck.
That is true, but I think I was the most worst from that. That is a interesting prosthetic you have. Almost appears to move on its own.
Thanks. He's just gonna give like a faint smile.
You'll
But that's not
see.
quite right now.
Are you all right, children?
You see the girl will jump from the tree and she'll help the younger boy out, or younger boy down. Thank you, sir. That was really scary.
You are welcome. You can thank the House of Fairwhite for this
Fairwhite?
rescue.
Oh,
Yes. One of the admittedly minor French lords,
thank you,
but
Mr. Fairwhite.
soon to be.
I'm Rose, and this is my brother Thorn.
Very interesting names.
Would
I
you
am
like-
Luke Fairwhite. This is my compatriot. You said your name was Jonas, correct?
Jonas Heinrich.
Ah, two first names.
What brings you to our town?
Well, a train crash, first of all.
Oh, that was you? We heard something and we wanted to go check it out, but those nasty dogs came.
Well, haven't your parents told you not to go out there tonight? It is us.
No, our parents don't really do much of talking anymore.
Are they mute?
No, they're very sick.
Ah, well, we brought a doctor with us. And after we get some help for this train, I see why not we could ask him to look on your parents.
Oh. She'll turn to you, Jonas. You're the doctor that Burgermeister Ismark said was coming.
Oh, you've heard of me. You just give like a small chuckle.
Yeah, he was really excited for you to come. Our current town doc is kind of, well, he's busy taking care of the sick. I can go inside and, yeah, I'll be right back. You see her go into one of the cracks on the side of this stone gate, and a moment later you see a portcullis raise, allowing you to enter the town of Bucharest.
Luke will rejoin the rest of the group.
Can I doctor for a sec? Excuse me, miss. I believe I require expertise holding up my arm with a wolf bite in it.
You're going to Dr. Saxton?
Yes.
Well, jeez. Well, first of all, I'm gonna give you advice that don't go and playing around with wolves. I don't have much. Well, he looks around. Here, I think I might just got the trick for you. And he'll reach inside of his coat pocket and he'll pull out what looks to be a small, almost like a piece of candy, and give it to you.
Do I know what this is?
Go ahead and give me a medicine check. That is indeed unfortunate, Manet, as you wanted to roll very low on this. As I said before, we're using some homebrew items. This would have been the equivalent of a snake oil of temporary hit points,
Oh, but you have to believe it.
but you have to believe that it works.
That's
This-
awesome.
This is just a peppermint candy. Or,
He's giving the child candy.
I see. Can I attempt to walk off for a second, try and hypnotize myself into thinking this is medicine?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Go
It's
ahead.
basically how I'm saying I'm doing healing words. So
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Should I make a roll for it?
Or are you using the spell healing word, or?
No. I'm gonna try and hypnotize myself into making the item work.
Oh man, go ahead and just give me a deception check.
That's good.
Okay, what, against my own insight?
Again. Yeah, go ahead and give me a deception check against your insight.
Note that because of my subclass, that 3 becomes a 10. So
Oh.
that should be a 17.
Oh, wow.
Now to see if it beats my it's not passive insight, right? It's an insight roll.
Yes.
I think it would be your passive.
No,
I mean,
you're consciously trying to fool yourself.
No. I'm too smart for my own good. Well, it's a nice peppermint at
well,
least.
can't you purposely choose to fail rolls?
I would
A
say
saving
for
throw?
this.
I don't think it would work with this.
Yes, for this specifically, no.
'Cause I'm actively trying to deceive myself.
That's true.
Dang it, why
Though
did I give
I would
myself
say the roll would be from actively trying to not be deceived, but I guess it.
You are lying to yourself, but you're smart enough to know that you're lying to yourself. Unfortunately.
Why did I give myself proficiency in insight? Actually, I don't think that would have mattered. Jack of all trades would have given it a +1.
Let me see.
Well, thank you for the medicine, sir.
No problem. You yeah, don't go doing anything like that again.
Of course.
But Luke's gonna take a sip of the flask that Jonas hands.
A flask of wine that just never ends.
Yeah, he's just gonna like start drinking, and then realize that it's not stopping, and then like he quickly like has to take his mouth out and puts his hand to his mouth, and swallows.
It is a fairly run-of-the-mill wine. Certainly fancier than what you're used to.
Oh, this is a very good vintage. What year is it?
Uh,
This champagne or Pinot?
it's 1996 or 1896.
1896. I guess it is not that old.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get any benefit from drinking this wine?
Unfortunately, no. It is only spirits or booze XXX that will give you the benefit.
Oh, so it would have to be hard whiskey.
It has to be like hard liquor.
It's like scotch, whiskey.
What about
Bourbon.
vinegar?
Perhaps on a salad, maybe.
Everclear.
Everclear is like a 4 star.
Everclear is like a D20.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say we can take a quick break if you guys need to go do something right here because Foundry is giving me a little trouble.
Go.
Okay.
What drink
Oh,
creation are you drinking, Max?
I don't know if I should tell you. You might judge.
Is it alcohol of any capacity?
It is. So I have some G Fuel that I've had
Mhm.
for a while that I just haven't used. So I made G Fuel and I mixed it with Four Loko.
I think they specifically say not to mix it with alcohol.
Yeah, they do. They do say that.
that seems really bad.
No,
Yeah.
It's
Well-
only bad because it makes you if you drink enough to get drunk, you don't feel drunk because of the
Well,
caffeine.
Yeah, I was about to say
Oh,
you're not
G Fuel
supposed to
has
mix
caffeine.
with alcohol.
Yes,
Yeah,
G Fuel
yeah.
is heavy caffeine.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to mix uppers and downers.
Not
Yeah.
a good idea.
I'm not gonna drink it excessively.
But you know what? If it creates better contact for me, do it.
I'll
Dying on camera is great content.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. This fight went easy.
yeah. I mean, I killed every creature. Like pretty easy.
Man, you had such bad roast food guy.
Yeah. I mean, the good news is they hit you as much as you hit them. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's true.
I have like
Kind of
20 HP.
untouchable.
Yeah. Compared to y'all, I can't be hit.
I feel like
Luke
you desperately
is
need
trying
it,
to
though.
hide limping of the dog bite to his leg that is bleeding profusely.
Bart
Mhm.
doesn't get mage armor, do they?
No,
I don't think they do.
nope. If you were a lore bard, you could have gotten, or you might be able to take it at level 10. But
Well,
you're
at
probably
that
gonna want to take
point,
something else
no.
at level 10
At that
If we
point,
reach level 10.
that's when
when we
fight
reach level
Strahd. That's
10.
when we fight Strahd or Dracula.
Yes, yes. Dracula, not Strahd, legally distinct.
Dracula.
I don't know if I
Dracula.
want to keep in all the scuff stuff of me, like, quickly doing everything on Foundry. I think it's kind of funny.
Do I have that pack of Rodeo Reds that Rigby was?
Yes, actually, let me, I have
Yeah,
made
yeah.
that item, so I can actually equip it to you.
Yeah, because I want to smoke. I want to smoke.
Yeah, I bought one too.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll put it in your
Oh
inventory.
yeah, I did buy a pack.
There you go.
Reds. What do they do? 20 raw unfiltered tobacco cigarettes. Pony up, cowboy.
That's the slogan.
I'm gonna put it in quotes.
No, I can't see. I don't have one. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I just put it. I'm a generous god.
Pony up, cowboy.
I don't
What
know if I
does-
want to drag Manet's token just yet. I think I'll just yeah, let me
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke one of them, and I'm gonna change
Yeah.
it to 19.
Do they give us temp HP?
no, they just make you feel cool.
Do we get a bonus to wisdom saves? As
Mm,
it helps you with the stress.
that is a good spin on that.
Oh no, it makes you resistant to fear.
Hmm.
I think
I
the
don't want to
fear-
make smoking look like a good thing.
Well, I
Because
mean,
it
if
is
You
bad.
already
have
made
drawbacks of
alcohol look
getting
like a good
addicted,
thing.
That's true.
No, because it
maybe
only
I
gives
can
you
get addicted.
temp hit points. It's not real. It's like fake. You're dulling your pain.
Yeah, and you can get it.
And also, as an alcoholic, Mike, I am offended.
Yeah, same.
Oh.
I mean,
Well, I'm currently drinking the best drink known to man.
I swear to
Dr.
God, if you say
Pepper.
water, I'm gonna be so mad.
better be
Uh,
milk. Better be milk that you're drinking.
So
milk.
how's the weather?
Okay,
no,
Manet dies. He actually died in that wolf encounter.
your eyes.
You're drinking water, aren't you, Mike?
I'm drinking refrigerated water.
Ew.
That's
What?
worse.
What?
It hurts it hurts your teeth.
Not really.
No, you just have cavities, dude, guy.
Yeah, yeah. You've got issues with your gums if you're reacting to cold. If you're reacting to refrigerated water like
Yeah,
that.
that
Not
happens all the
anymore.
time to me.
Not anymore.
It comes and goes when it happens.
I need to go to the dentist so badly. I have like a few cavities I need to take. I haven't been to the dentist in like 4 years.
Oh, geez, there is a the West
No.
Side Dental Center. Even if you don't have dental insurance, they'll do like cheap visits on certain days.
I can't believe you just doxed
Yeah,
yourself
you
to
just
people.
doxed them.
Oh. It's fine. He can edit it. He can edit it.
I have to learn how to beep things out, Mike. Thank you.
Wait. Here, let me do this for you.
Don't
Let me do this
fucking
for you.
dare, Don't you fucking dare. Dude,
Edit. There we go. Edit. Now you'll know on the footage.
Okay, thank you there. Thank God.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I'm sorry. To be fair,
That's
though, who's
okay.
gonna watch this besides the people in our server?
Yeah, this is just Vertigo is gonna
Watch.
know where we're at now.
It'll get famous. Yeah, Vertigo, the famous DC villain.
Man, wish the child was here.
Yeah, let me put the child quotation marks on.
Hmm. Oh, was I supposed to be
Ooh,
on this
cool,
map?
look at that.
It's still black for me.
Look at that. Look at the light.
It doesn't work for me.
Someone turned off my light. Do you make it so I'm not allowed to do it anymore?
No.
How did?
I
Oh,
see
I
the
think
light
I-
of the whole screen flickering a bit.
Oh, I think because my light's not a good.
Oh yeah, let me
color.
see if I equip my.
Why are you guys trying to break my computer?
Well, I'm just trying to see how it works. You know,
No.
it won't let me. It has a light through it that I can't.
Really?
Yeah, but
I
I
don't-
can't select which one I'm having the light.
Wait, let's jump back into this. Hang on, I need music. I need the ambiance.
Well, yeah, my light does work. It was just black.
Ow, that actually hurts my eyes.
There we go. That sounds like cool music. As you enter the portcullis, you see a small, destitute town that is illuminated. The mists hang very low to this town. There are quite a few houses in this area, but they all seem to be abandoned or boarded up to some capacity. As you approach, you do see figures in the mist that bob and weave. Some figures in the mist you see just darting back and forth. What would you gentlemen like to do?
Is the rest of our group with us, or are they heading straight to the Burgomaster?
You see that they are kind of cautiously at the entrance of the town. You see one of the gentlemen's, you actually see Dr. Saxton will go, I don't really know this town very well. Child. You see that he is addressing Rose. Where would we be able to get help? You see Rose would look up at him and say, well, you can probably go to the Burgermeister's house, but they're kind of indisposed at the moment. But he usually doesn't go there. He usually hangs out at the tavern. I'm sorry.
Is there an
Church?
inn in the tavern?
We don't get many visitors, so no.
Ah, where do visitors normally stay?
Well, that's the thing. We don't get any.
They don't.
Well, usually the people that do come are like kin or they have some relation already, so they stay at whoever they're visiting's house.
Ah.
You see Dr. Saxton will go, well, I guess it's better to go to the tavern than anything.
Yeah, we should let the Burgermeister know we're here.
I agree.
And I get to meet up with an old friend.
Oh, have you been here before?
Not here, but I grew up with the now Burgermeister.
Oh, that is very fortuitous for us. Are the children following us, or do they go off?
They're following you. They look a little bit more apprehensive as it's becoming more and more dark. The sun is actually set now, and the sky, well, due to the mist, it's a lot darker than it actually seems. It's technically around only 6 p.m., but it actually looks just pitch black outside.
You should run home, children. Your parents would be worried if you are out late.
I don't think they really worry about us all that much anymore.
Well, nonetheless, they don't need anything else to ruin their health.
If you insist. Thank you, Mr. Fairwhite.
Do not mention it.
And you see they will scamper off. And you see that the opaque mist that hangs in the street just completely obscures them until they are just gone.
Can I tell which house they go to?
You can make a mental note of that, yeah. Or the general direction. You really can't see what house they go to, but you can see the
Definitely
general
not
direction.
ghost kids.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in ghosts? What a freak.
No, I don't. Lucas does not believe me.
That does
Luke, maybe. I mean, he believes in Dracula, so.
Yeah, well, he's the lord of this country. Why wouldn't you believe in him?
That's true.
So we're gonna go ahead and go. Let's see, where do we want to go?
I'm writing definitely ghosts and notes for them.
Could someone perchance give me a D4 roll?
A
D4?
Yes.
3.
There's 3 vampires in this tavern.
3 Trask? As
Three
you're
Trask.
walking the streets, there are some street lights that illuminate the way. And you do see some stumbling, shambling figures on the road. On the streets, I should say.
What do they look like? They look like they're just drunk or sick or.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception or insight?
Let's do perception.
All of us are just Luke.
I believe Luke is the only one asking, so he will be the only
Oh,
one
I was
that
gonna
does it.
ask too, but who wouldn't want to know their surroundings?
These people are absolutely keeping the slang to the time period appropriately. These people are properly shit-faced. Luke.
My kind of people.
But they appear to be stumbling, and you eventually see one just hit the floor. There's a loud, wet thud.
Luke just kind of stands there and just like shakes his head and crosses his arms.
You okay?
He is drunk. I think he is probably fine.
I'm gonna look at the guy and sniff indignantly.
As you sniff, go ahead and give me a perception check, Manet.
A smell check.
Oh
Smell
no.
check.
Sniffer check.
15.
A stench that you have smelled before. Something along the lines of mustard gas and roses. You know as the stench of decay and death.
Wait, was this the guy that just fell out of the tavern?
Oh, he's not. You guys aren't really. You're on your way to the tavern. You're just sort of walking the streets. But this is the gentleman or figure that fell in the middle of the street.
Can I check his eyes real quick?
Are you going up to them?
I don't like how you phrased that question.
Well, don't
If
let
you-
me stop you, Mene.
Sure, curiosity kills the man, eh?
Jonas would try and stop you because you're just a child.
Well, does Jonas know that this is dead?
Well, you don't just go up to random people that might be drunk.
He smells kind of dead.
That doesn't sound good. How do you know what death smells like?
Oh, I mean, I've seen it a time or two.
You see the gentleman that is with his wife will go, "Oh, look, there goes someone. Hey, fella, you point us in direction of the Burgermeister's house or wherever he may be." Let me set the stage a little bit further for you.
Oh no.
Ah, yes.
Is there no one alive in this
Street.
town?
What? No, those kids were here.
No, they're definitely ghosts now.
Well, they're definitely not ghost kids. That's what I wrote in my note. Not ghosts.
If they weren't
Emphasis
ghosts
on not.
before, they were gonna be ghosts soon.
Hey, I'm just making guesses. I have no idea. But definitely something be up here.
I am so hurt.
You're so hurt of what?
I'm so in pain.
You
I
should
have
reload
3
your
out.
gun.
Oh, yeah. Could I have reloaded my gun?
No.
Oh, we've been walking around.
I would say if you want to retroactively do that, I can say that you would load your gun. I don't want to be
Whew.
mean to you.
Okay, how
Imagine
many
having
bullets
3 health.
do I have?
Yeah, imagine having health.
Is bullets an inventory? Is a resource that you created?
I think we have to do that ourselves, but let's do that afterwards. 'Cause that's
Okay.
gonna take a lot.
I'm just gonna add a consumable called bullets.
Hey there, fella. You know where you might find the Burgermeister? The figure on the ground reaches out, one gnarled palm, and grabs the man by the neck and pulls him close.
Ooh, lucky guy.
I hate him. Oh my, he's
He
so
quickly-
MJ, you the zombie isn't legally distinct.
Oh no.
lucky.
We'll just pretend. Boop.
Now he has to roll again. You killed him, Mike.
Oh no.
Well, that will do it. He misses with the swipe of his hand, but he's just close enough as he just kind of backs away. This figure that's laying on the ground will lurch towards him, just narrowly biting sort of the Achilles tendon of his leg, the foot, and it will rip out a chunk of flesh. The man screams in pain as you see the blood vessels in his body begin to blacken, and he falls dead. He lets out a scream as more of these figures begin to slowly march towards him.
Wait, I thought you said he was dead.
He is.
They're still gonna eat him. They're zombies.
Oh, I thought you said he screamed.
He did.
Or are the zombies screaming?
The gentleman that was bit screamed, but it was enough to alert the presence of other zombies. And they begin to feast. Unfortunately for you, the wife of this man also screams.
Oh no.
I will leave
Oh,
it
dear.
in your hands what you gentlemen would like to do.
Is this the tavern right here that we're next to?
It is not. You do not see any indication that it is the tavern.
It's just the nearest building. Can I try and like see through the window? I can see a bit in there.
We should run.
Well, let's
don't-
let's do it like this. You currently have the option to A, stick with this group and fight. B, get out of here by any means necessary. If you choose to stick with the group, you can. If you choose to leave them, you certainly can do that as well. There also may be options in between those. But what are you guys doing right now?
Jonas would try and get the group to run away.
Gentlemen, I suggest that we perhaps fortify. I'm gonna try the door.
It is locked. But I will go ahead and say, since that is a great idea, Mane, you can go ahead and do that perception check to see if you see light in there.
You cut out.
You can go ahead and do the perception check to see if there's light in there or ascertain anything in the building.
I mean, I'm not really looking if there's light in there. I just want to get inside a building.
Okay. Well, there is light in there, so you can see what's inside, but the windows are kind of boarded up with slats. You do see light from a fireplace peeking out. You'd go ahead and try the door, but it is currently locked. You know, why don't we just go ahead and roll initiative? Go ahead and let's roll initiative. But that does not mean we have to fight. We can do other things. We don't have to fight.
Oh no, wait. Dice So Nice isn't working.
Mine is.
Oh, it is.
Mine is.
Let me refresh.
Mr. Fairwhite, what would you like to do in this situation?
So he has his lantern in one hand.
Mm-hmm.
Can I immediately tell that this guy's dead?
As the other people begin to feast on him, ripping his guts out, I would say it's a safe assumption to, doctor, but you can classify him as dead.
Yeah, Luke is going to... Is this the tavern? Oh.
It is...
No.
No, it's just a random building.
Their tavern's not around here.
Oh, it's not. Okay, Luke's going to just kind of step back. There's something to hide behind. Can I fit in this alleyway?
You sure can. Are you doing
Yeah.
this approach stealthily?
Yes, he is slowly taking a couple steps back.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
21.
That's good news. You slink away fairly inconspicuously, so much so that the others don't notice that you're gone unless you decide to tell them.
Nope.
Okay.
Let's see. Does that mean it's me?
That means it's your go, Manny.
Yeah,
It's me.
that's my turn.
I'm going to come up to the door here, and I'm going to pull out a good old crowbar.
You're not gonna
And-
knock?
Do I knock? That's a question. I did see a fireplace on in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to make any loud noises to attract the zombies, so
So you're gonna pull out a crowbar?
I'm gonna put a crowbar in the door. Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna cast message on this guy, which is me cupping my hand around my mouth and speaking so that only he can hear. Excuse me, sir. I could use a hand.
Yeah, he stumbles back in horror. He really can't see very well in this condition, so he's just gonna kind of follow your voice until he gets close to you.
The light went behind the corner.
Could you perhaps put your weight on this crowbar?
Who's there? You're the child, right?
Yes.
Make a perception or a persuasion check for me, Manet.
You got it.
Oops.
I think when it reset, my thing went down. Here we go. That's a 21.
Yeah, you got it. Let's go ahead and roll.
I'm assuming his strength check's probably better than mine.
I think with a crowbar you get advantage to open stuff. Is that what it is, or is it just an easier DC?
We'll go ahead and do with advantage, either or, because Manet is probably helping. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, advantage to strength checks.
Oh, fantastic. Let's go ahead and do that again.
No.
Worse. Oh God. You see that he does splinter a piece of wood, and the crowbar just like he's using it to like get leverage to pry open a piece of like a wooden slat, but the wood gives, and all that pressure just falls back on him as the crowbar just like sinks into his thigh, and he drops it to the ground. It creates a loud thudding sound. Some of the creatures that are currently feasting turn their heads slowly in this direction.
Did you say it went through his thigh, or it just whacked him in the thigh?
It just whacked him in the thigh.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it went through his thigh. I was like, jeez.
Oh no. And it's at this point, as they're looking their vision a little bit better, that they find some new pieces of meat.
No.
Yikes.
I don't know why when you move them, they don't go with the grid.
I don't either.
If you hold, it's if you hold shift.
It's shift with that when you move it does it, but I don't think he's.
Are you holding shift when you move them?
No, I'm on a trackpad, so.
That's probably why.
Unfortunate for this woman, she becomes the next meal. As these creatures just begin to sink their teeth into her, she does not put up a fight, and she just succumbs. She falls to the ground as the rest of the zombies just kind of devour her. Jonas, you see this happen right in front of you. It is now your go. What would you like to do?
He's gonna grab Saxon and try and run out and try and get him away.
He's the only doctor. We need him to survive.
Yeah.
Okay, that will be half your movement since you're pulling someone.
Even though I'm beginning to suspect that he may be a quack.
That's all doctors.
That's true. It is now 1897, so he's probably a good doctor for his time.
Oh, you have a headache?
Statistic.
We got the solution. Drill a hole into your head.
No, that only came in the late.
Yeah, I think lobotomies was like a 1900s thing, right?
Oh, you're seeing
Yeah, it was actually like
cocaine.
1960. It was it was way later than it should have been.
But fun fact, Saxon invented lobotomies.
Oh yeah.
God.
Okay, I don't want to get too off track, but this character is from a movie called Horror Express, but I think he was like a real guy, and they just based this guy in this movie off an actual person.
The lobotomy guy?
So it's like this weird like mythology around this dude where he fought mummies on a train.
Ooh.
Anyways, I digress. Yes, Jonas, you go ahead and drag him. He is unable to see what is in front of him, so he just trusts that you're leading him not astray. But is there anything else you would like to do?
I don't think he can do anything else unless he wants to pull out a gun. But I think that's a bad idea.
Yes, a loud, thunderous boom would probably not be the best for trying to move around stealthily.
I think that's it.
Luke, what would you like to do? As you see this child trying to open this door, you see Jonas coming up to this building.
Feeling as if he is, hidden enough. He's gonna make his way over to the door. And he's gonna set the lantern down and says, No, you are doing it wrong. He'll pick up the crowbar, attempt to pry open the door.
Okay.
Where did you come from?
Go
Do
ahead.
not worry about it.
Go ahead and give me,
Strength check
Yes, sir.
with a Devintor. Or would it be strength or athletics?
It'd be athletics.
Probably athletics. With advantage because of the crowbar.
Advantage.
17.
This isn't your first time using a crowbar, Luke.
Absolutely.
You pried a door open, and you are now able to go in.
Pardon the intrusion, sir. We are being accosted.
Who the hell are you?
I am Luke Fairwhite. We were in a recent train accident.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. Come in, come in.
Yes. And he'll poke his head out. Quickly, inside.
When do the commoners go?
Well, there's only currently one commoner now, I believe.
We have Saxon and this
Yeah,
guy.
there's two. There's
Yeah.
Saxon,
Saxon is
and the guy.
technically an NPC.
Oh.
So we'll
So
just
wait,
say
this guy's not even this guy's not even NPC status. He's fodder.
he is a side effect of the choices you have made. Let's say it that way.
Oh, because I dragged him over here with the message. Was he supposed to die to the zombies?
We'll just say we're kind of, this is more lucid. This isn't really technically combat, so they can move whenever.
Oh, that guy.
I'm assuming this is a part on the outside.
No, I think that's a body on a table.
It is.
Oh.
Here, close the door behind you, please. Come in.
Run in and close the door. Lock the door.
Oh, I don't think we can lock it.
You
since we
cannot
pried
lock it
open.
anymore.
No,
But
yeah.
he will start pulling this table and moving it in front of the door. This table right here.
Oh. You said a train crashed. That's terrible news. I'm the town doctor. And he'll go ahead and shake your hand.
What is going on here, sir?
Oh, yeah, I'm currently treating some of the people who are ill.
The people outside seem a bit worse than ill.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
What is it?
It is some kind of pathogen that affects people and, well, destroys their immune system and basically has them operate on their based instincts. Turns them into a complete zombie. I'm sorry. My name is Dr. Robert Louis Stevenson.
It is a pleasure to meet. Until Luke will shake his hand and then like kind of trip a little bit, and grip his leg. Apologies. I was bitten by a dog earlier today.
Oh yeah, those big pooches on the outside of the wall are no joke.
And I was in a train crash.
Yes, you did mention that. I wish I had more to give you, but let's see. I took over this little general store to kind of act as a base of operations, and he will give you all food and water.
Yay!
Yay.
Are the windows in this place boarded up?
They are. And at this time, you kind of do hear some more scratching at the door as whatever is outside is trying to get in. No longer satiated with the meat outside. Yes, it's quite the remarkable virus. It's if you look at this test subject over here, and you see that he has a subject that is chained to a table.
Remarkable.
Very much. There's no blood. It's all congealed. And you see that he'll take a scalpel and just like run it down his body. And you see this black ichor just kind of ooze out.
It is disgusting.
I don't suppose this is in your purview, Dr. Saxton.
Well, I'm more of a medical doctor and with a tendency for archaeology. This is a little bit more than your run-of-the-mill first aid.
Do you perhaps have anything that could help me with my pain, Doctor?
You?
Yes, my leg, it seems to be getting the better of me.
I don't really have any resources available, mister. I'm sorry.
Well, we are at a general store.
I don't think I can fix his wound with some onions and garlic, sir.
That is unfortunate. Luke is just gonna kind of sit down on the floor with his back to this table. And just like catch his breath.
Indeed. Please, make yourself comfortable. It's only really at night that the sick kind of thrive around. Usually in the day, they kind of are more calmed and reserved and go into their dwellings. It's only really at night that they do this.
How many other people in this town are still okay?
Oh, there's quite a few of us that are still able-bodied. And we actually hope that we're able to reverse whatever illness this is. And he'll gesture towards the subject chained up. And they're just like, you know that if this person was able to be returned to their normal status, they probably wouldn't want to be alive.
Huh.
Obviously not that guy.
Well, I wish I had some accommodations for you to have a more pleasant stay, but the tavern isn't that far from here. If you want to go over there, we can certainly do that.
Oh no, I think this will probably do. A fireplace, some food and water, and a roof. That's really all we ask.
Go ahead
Is
and make.
Is the floor barricaded?
It is not.
Can I quickly barricade that?
It's actually a door to another part of this building.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll leave it then.
Luke is gonna go into his bag and pull out a knapsack.
Yeah, Manet also has a bedroll.
Oh, what kind of things do they have in kind of value?
Kind of valuables?
What kind of
They-
valuable?
Well, valuable is a adjective term. They do have shelves stocked with canned provisions, which to some people may seem valuable. But other than
Anything
that-
silver or gold?
silver or gold? Unfortunately, you're in the wrong place for that kind of stuff. There are some rudimentary farming equipment, some more archaic weaponry. You got some axes, you got some swords. Things that seem kind of outdated.
Does this general store not have any firearms?
You see, Dr. Stevenson say, not particularly. I mean, I do keep a fair bit of, I have a box of ammo if you need it.
What caliber?
Oh, for small firearms. He can lend you, 6 bullets.
Well, I'll take those 6 bullets.
I
How many
think-
bullets would I have started?
I was also probably just those 2 that you had, because I think you fired it just twice.
I
But
did.
you know-
Did fire.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and say, from now on, you're kind of a blank slate. Bullets are kind of the thing that we need to keep track of most, because those are kind of a scarcer item. So, but you do receive 6 bullets from this gentleman.
So I have 6 bullets in total.
Yes.
So I'm going to load 2 of those into my Darren.
Fantastic.
I don't suggest using that. These people seem to be attracted to loud noises.
Then it would be good to keep it on hand, would it not? If, say, one were to lead them off in a heroic sort of way.
Ooh, if you want to do that, by all means.
What has the
Well-
Burgermeister been doing?
Well,
today
I
with
don't
all
know
this?
about you, but I am desperately tired. Perhaps we should attempt to sleep until the morning. I think we are relatively safe in here.
Luke is going to inspect the camera. Does it have the... Because she took a picture of the mummies, didn't she?
Yes.
I don't know how that works with 1896
Yeah,
camera.
you probably need like a red room.
Yeah, you
Is,
would need to develop the pictures.
Yeah, but is
You
like
actually
there a
just pop up
compartment
an
where the
SD
picture
card.
is stored? Is there a place where the picture is stored in the camera?
You wouldn't be able
it's
to
on
look
a
at
roll
it.
of film. Yeah, you wouldn't actually be able to look at it. If you
Yes,
actually
okay.
open the camera, it would ruin the footage that is on there.
I see. Do I know how many pictures are left that I could take?
There's around 10 more on there that you're able to take. It was a fresh roll, so there's 10.
How many picture? Okay, 10.
Actually-
So would it be 9 out of 10 then?
Let me double check. There's actually 25.
Oh.
Yes.
So there's 10 pictures left out of 25.
Well, if it's more fresh, I was thinking it was a different format camera. So we'll go ahead and say there's around 20 or so left. 20 shots free.
Those
So if you-
5.
Yeah, there are 5 that are used.
Interesting. Cool. I marked that on the item itself.
If you choose to take pictures of things, you can certainly have them develop at a later time as well.
Cool. Actually, yeah. Could I take a picture of the thing on the table?
Yeah, go ahead. You click a, you wind the film up and there's a quick shutter. There's a little bulb that flashes. You see the creature gets riled up more. But it's at this time that you do hear more clawing coming from outside. You don't know if this place is going to be sturdy enough to hang out for the whole time and duration of the night.
Perhaps we should move further into the building. Seems we are attracting a crowd.
Yeah, they get like that usually. I was kind of out on the run myself. You see Dr. Saxon saying, I had to use this place as a makeshift campsite.
Wait, Dr. Saxon is saying that, or the doctor?
Dr. Stevenson.
Dr.
Abby.
Stevenson, okay.
I was actually going to venture off to the tavern myself. It might be a little bit more difficult with the crowd.
We could try and find a back way out further in.
Yeah, well, there is a back door to this place, and are you up for that?
I will have to be. How long have you been staying in here?
Oh, I've only been here for a few hours.
So there is no proof that this place could withstand an assault from these people?
I've done this before. This isn't my first time doing squatting, making makeshift campsites. It depends on the building itself. But my instincts tell me to forego this campsite.
Then I think I will have to be up for the travel.
Yeah.
The rest of you, should we head to the tavern?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, very well.
We should meet at the Burgermeister.
Yes, so we shall meet this Burgermaster.
Yes, Mr. Ismark. He's a pretty stand-up fella.
Is he?
Have I ever heard the name Ismark?
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Woo. Nope, probably not.
No, it does not ring a bell. Give me one moment. I'm going to be right back. We're going to take a commercial break.
Oh no, he's gonna kill us.
No, a message from our sponsor, Rodeo
Rodeo.
Reds.
Give us your cowboy voice, Matt.
Well, on the long trail to Oregon, it was rough. My family didn't make it. The stress almost got to me every night. Thankfully, I had a pack of my Rodeo Reds. They always put a pep in my step. They helped me pony up. Rodeo Reds. So that is just a list of things they don't take responsibility for.
And MJ's not gonna know until he edits this. Just never mention it.
Yeah, I won't.
To be fair, what is there to take responsibility for?
Wait, what are you
Secrets
doing?
are the healthiest thing ever.
Nothing.
What?
You'll have to see when you edit it.
Oh yeah, no, we were just not doing
planning.
anything.
I hate when you scheme behind my back.
No, we weren't scheming. Just feel free to use it however.
Okay, I need everyone to give me a stealth check. We're gonna do a group stealth check, so we're gonna add up everything.
Our party.
Can I, who is the least stealthy among us?
There is this gentleman in the corner, just in the fetal position, just currently crying.
Luke will, as we are walking, he'll kind of pat him on the shoulder. You can do this, friend. You can make it. They all died, but you will survive. Just make sure to keep a light step and walk on the balls of your feet. and I'm gonna give him guidance.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
Nope.
10.
So you
Okay,
get a 10.
and now for my stealth.
Uh,
26.
26. You guys are gonna
No.
Oh god.
What's above 10, at least?
Yay!
What's the outlier? 10.
Yeah.
Are we taking average rules?
I have a DC that we're gonna try to beat in my head.
On average or each of us?
He said group, so it's gonna be a
Group
it's gonna
check.
be a
Our
total.
average is 14.2.
Thus far. I don't think he's rolled for this guy.
Oh, yeah.
He might screw to pooch.
Huh. Let's actually have proficiency in stealth, and no one has disadvantage.
No!
Oh, we're screwed.
What does that bring the total to?
Divided by
20
6.
Average.
12.8.
50 plus
12.8.
167. Plus 6 is
77.
73.
77.
Wait, I
You
got
got the
70.
10.
Oh,
Uh,
I forgot the guidance. So 77.
The average that you needed to meet was 12.
Ooh, we did meet
Barely
12.
did.
Barely.
12.8.
I
everyone
I
need-
wonder who could have clutched it there.
The total, I think the total is like 72. That we would need to be. Anyway.
Yeah, as we're walking, Luke is like keeping an eye out for anybody stepping, and he's just like, if someone's like about to bump into something, he like grabs them by the scruff of their jacket and just kind of pulls them away. Careful, friend. You must walk light.
Yes, I'm sorry. Just I haven't had my medicine today. You see Dr. Stevenson will take a vial out and just kind of lightly sip it.
Oh, this fucker. Could I, what does it look like that he's taking a sip of?
Go ahead and roll perception.
Wait, is he taking the zombie with?
No, he's not taking the zombie with him.
That's a 6.
It definitely looks like something he's not sharing.
But it doesn't look like, I don't know, like, milk of the poppy or something.
With the 6, you probably wouldn't be able to ascertain.
Okay.
But you see him kind of spazzing a little bit.
Ever.
Ugh. How hairy are his ears?
Oh, it's this map.
It's this map.
Oh
Let's see.
yeah, this map. The one where there's definitely nothing interesting to see at all.
No, shut up.
No, don't say it.
Don't say
No
it.
Disney level hidden things.
No,
It does not spell sex anywhere in the sky. None of the towers look phallic in any way.
You push through the street, still obscured by the mist, but you do see a faint glow. And you see a wooden sign that hangs that says Blood on the Tavern. You do see that the people who are ill do not really approach this area. There is a relief as you push through.
Is the door unlocked, or do they let Dr. Stevenson in?
Right over here, gentlemen. Right over here. And he'll just let himself in. And you see that he immediately will run to one of these fireplaces.
Oh, we can't die.
You see, as you enter this establishment, you see that the tavern itself is in kind of a state of disrepair. You see that there are these people who are kind of manning the tavern, kind of dressed in similar garb and look kind of similar. Like they belong to the same demographic of. Stop it, Max.
I'm trying to fix it. There we go.
That they belong to the same demographic. They have a slightly darker skin. They're wearing clothes that are loud in color. They wear a lot of purples and reds and greens. They do have quite a bit of jewelry on. And this lady over here, who is the tavern keep, will go over and say, "Hello, travelers. Oh, come in. Get yourself at home. You look worse for wear."
Meanwhile, Luke Fairwhite and the other two NPCs stay out there and get eaten by zombies.
Mm-hmm. Their fate is sealed.
I'll lock the door.
I can't see the entrance.
Whose fault is
There
that?
we go. I can see the entrance.
Oh yeah, Mr. No Dark Vision.
Oh dear, you look
There you go.
so famished. Would you like something to eat? What? Here, have some drink. And she'll pour you a warm cider. Each of you that come in.
Thank you.
No
Appreciated.
problem.
Thank you, madam.
Burgermeister here?
Oh, you mean Ismak? Yes, he is here. And she'll point to a couch where a gentleman is standing next to the fireplace. You see that he's kind of slumped over. He has a bottle in hand. And he just looks to be in the middle of a nap.
Is that this guy?
I don't
Yes.
see him. He's fucked. Now I can't see.
He's right here.
I can't see him.
He just showed up on my screen.
He's invisible to you.
Go ahead and refresh your screen, food guy.
Open. Remote application. Oh, okay, I see him now.
You just kind of see him slouched over.
Does he look like how I recognized him? Or like how I remember him?
The stature of which he stands is a little different. He's no longer a young boy anymore. He's definitely wears himself as a man who's seen a little bit more. But he does have, every now and then you're kind of looking at him and you do catch glimpses of the boy that he once was.
I'll be damned.
You hear the voice in the back of your head go, a familiar face, Jonas.
Yep.
What would you like to do, Jonas?
He would go up and try and wake him up. He would like put an arm on his shoulder, his left arm on his shoulder.
You hear him just stir awake and goes, "Oh, hey there."
You sent a letter?
I send lots of letters. Who may I have the pleasure of speaking to? And he'll go ahead and pull out his left hand to shake.
Jonas Heinrich. And he's gonna also pull out his left arm.
And which one of your arms is the one with the
Right arm is Parasite.
right arm is Parasite? Jonas. You see that he moves his hand back slightly. I didn't think you would travel all this way. His eyes like dart from your face back to your arm, almost like a ping pong ball going back and forth. You see that there are wheels trying to turn in his head. You see. Go ahead and give me an insight check, Jonas.
Six.
You see that he's very confused. It's plain as day that
Yeah.
he is confused. Oh, Jonas, is that really you?
Yeah, it's been a few rough years.
You see that he goes to pat your cloaked arm. And you see that he gives it not a hard squeeze, but just a gentle, reassuring squeeze of like he is trying to make sense of what is going on in front of him. And you see that his face contorts to even more confusion as he lightly presses your arm as he feels that he is touching flesh and bone. What happened?
The mist happened, I guess. Light chuckle.
Oh. Well, I don't know what to say. It is embarrassing seeing you again. Seeing you is a reminder of the person that I used to be. And that is no fault of your own, that is only mine. I am glad to see you. I'm just a little taken aback.
We were kids. It's not about the past, it's about what we are now.
Yes, oh, Mina would be ecstatic to see you. We have to go right away. I know seeing you and your, he'll kind of pat Petra. Seeing you in this state would make her year.
Is she sick with what the people outside have?
Oh, good heavens, no. Whatever virus that is outside, I can't say for sure. But, I know she'll be ecstatic to see you. Come on. We can get one of the Vistani guides to, lead us home. And, you see that he'll gesture in almost kind of a demeaning way, almost like he's calling a dog. And you'll see one of the Vistani people in this bar will go next to him. Please, let's go ahead and make our way. You see that as much as Ismark has changed, there are some airs of privilege that surround him. And you see a Vistani guide will approach and say, well, let's go ahead and head over.
At this hour, are they in the building or
Oh,
where
no.
is this person?
I'm sorry, who are you?
Apologies, my name is Luke Fairwhite.
Oh,
We were in a train crash on the way here.
yes,
Yes, and I am was for where?
Well, is this a friend of yours, Jonas?
Yeah.
I would say more
so.
like business associates.
Yeah.
You see Dr. Saxon will go ahead and pipe up and say, Sir, Dr. Saxon, nice to meet you. We're in a train crash. We would very much ask that you are able to host us and give us shelter for the night, please.
And then perhaps a group of people to help us search for any wounded inside the crash. We left, how many people did we leave back there?
One.
Yes,
That
you
we
left
know of.
one dude back there.
There was
Yeah.
only one person not inside the train. He left, so...
You hear one of the Vistani people in the tavern will pipe up and say, you left them in the mist?
Well, it was either that or we stay. We needed someone to watch the survivors.
You see this woman who's kind of just smoking a pipe, looking at the fire. She takes a long drag from her pipe and exhales the smoke. If you left them in the mist, then they're as good as dead.
What makes you say that? You would obviously you don't believe those stories.
Stories, yes. False, no.
So you are saying that there are actually monsters out in the mists?
But, I mean, you've seen things around town. You'd have to be blind not to notice some strange things that lurk in the mist.
All I've seen is wolves and sick people. I have nothing that there are monsters out here.
I'm gonna shake my head at that statement. Sick people.
Yeah, he's. Yeah, that's.
Blissful ignorance.
There are
You see-
worse things yet to come. And if you left people out in the mist, you don't need to worry about those people. Do yourself the favor.
Well, if they are dead, then we should collect their bodies. Make
More f-
notes, send to their families.
That is, if the wolves didn't pick them clean.
I would think it would be hard for a wolf to get inside of a destroyed train car.
The children of the night are a little bit more determined than your average run-of-the-mill canine.
Children of the night? What do you mean by that? His
you
eyes kind of as he looks at her.
You see Ismark will go into kind of detract the conversation. It's just he'll lean to you, Luke, and he'll say, the Vistani are people surrounded by superstition and hearsay. And without even like trying to stop Ismark, she'll just continue looking at the fire, take another drag from her pipe, and say, they are servants of Count Dracula. They're his eyes and ears. They do his bidding.
How would a wolf do a lord's bidding? Are they trained?
They're no
Does he
ordinary
have some
wolves.
sort of crystal ball that he looks into?
You mock the old ways.
I will believe something when I see it.
You see that she'll put her pipe down and she'll go ahead and shuffle a deck of cards. Luke, go ahead and give me a D22 roll.
D22
Oh, give me your tarot
slash
card.
R 122 17.
Oh, I didn't roll a physical die for that. Wonder why.
Because it's not a real dice.
I want to see a D22.
Oh, what kind of cards do these look like?
I will tell you.
Do they look like playing card size, or are they slightly longer,
They are longer.
more rectangular?
She will shuffle the deck of cards. And she'll say, for your ignorance I give you gift. So you may not die a slow painful death. She will pull these are longer than your average size playing cards. You would recognize these as a Turo card. And the card that she gives you, it depicts, well, I can just show you, I think. Do. In a second, I can show you.
Do.
My computer is so slow. It looks sort of like this.
Oh no! Is it face up or face down, or upside down?
It is face up. This card will aid you on your journey, Mr. Fairwhite.
He'll hold it in his hand for a second, and then with the flick of his wrist, the card will be replaced with a ace. And may this card keep you safe. Always good to have one in your sleeve.
She gives a small chuckle.
A card for a card.
So this is a little mini mechanic I have. These cards, specifically the tarot cards that people give you or you find, have different abilities depending on which ones you find. This one does have a ability, and it will kind of shape how the game moves further until we get to a certain point. So this card is off the table now.
Do you have one to add to my inventory, or should I just add a tower card?
Add tower card.
What does it do again?
These cards, instead of your normal damage that you roll with your card, you will roll a d12. So it's a stronger card off the bat. And it has an additional ability. Yes. That when you can activate when you throw it.
Sorry, can you explain what the ability is?
You will see the Vistani woman goes. The tower bell. It rings. Not the most pleasant for some people. It is a one-time use of shatter at 3rd level.
Oh!
Ooh.
Okay.
On top of the damage that you do when you throw it.
Oh, so I could throw this like one of my...
Yes.
Would it be like one of my bladed cards, or would it be like one of my special cards?
It would be one of your... It would be like a normal card, but instead of the damage type being a d6, I believe, it's a d12. So it's a stronger card.
It's a d4 usually, I think, for my cards.
Yes.
I think for my cards and my bladed cards, aka dagger.
Has a little extra oomph. But this card is permanently taken out of the game as of now. And that will also affect the game down the road, as we will see later.
Let's not draw the death card.
Or maybe do.
For chance.
Isn't the tower the worst one?
No, I mean, they're all, like, most of them are bad. The tower is bad I think if it's upside down. If it's right side up, I think it's that something bad happens to someone around you? I can't remember.
I forget.
Ismark will go, oh, well, you are more than welcome to stay in our manor. All of you, all the people who had a rough day, and perhaps tomorrow I can tell the Vistani to go out and look for any survivors that may be still lingering. But it is night. I do not want to make my people go out at this time. As dire as that may seem, it is fairly dangerous to go out at night. So we will go stay at my manor.
Should we not stay here for the night, or?
Well, as long as we have Vistani with us, they will be able to ward off any evil.
Oh.
You see that he does quotation marks around that.
And he looks over at the Vistani woman who gave him the card. And how do you do that? You have some sort of incense or something that these
It is a
people
debt.
like?
It is a debt. A debt that Count Dracula owes our kind.
Name keeps coming up.
So this debt is what keeps these creatures away from...
Yes, yes it is.
Is that bullshit, or is that not bullshit?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, I'll make a bullshit check.
That's what they should call insight bullshit check.
There was
Does it-
somebody on our train who worked for the count.
Many do.
Oh yes, that's right. There was a man on the train who said he was a real estate agent for Count
Yeah.
Dracula. Called himself
Renfield.
Renfield.
It is not unusual for the Count to take new familiars.
It is a weird way to call a real estate agent.
With that insight check, Luke, you thoroughly believe that she believes every word that what she said was true.
Well, if you have moved out in this night before, you haven't been harassed by these people. And he like puts emphasis on people. Then I trust your guidance. It is always good to trust a local.
That is the first reasonable thing that you said, Mr. Fedway. And you see Ismark will clap his hands together and goes, "Okay, let's go ahead and get a move on." That's enough meandering with the locals.
Does Ismark have any like? Does he have any form of wealth apparent on him?
Don't rob him.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I just want to see, you know. Doesn't mean I will steal from him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
I mean, he probably is. He dresses appropriate to his rank, which is Burgermeister, but he's not. He's a Burgermeister of a poor place, and he would probably be the most likely mark here, but probably, you know, not breaking any of your top 10s.
Okay. No sort of like pocket watch or.
He's pretty bare bones.
Okay. Okay.
And he'll go and say, Dr. Jekyll, are you coming? Stevenson, please. Dr. Stevenson.
Ah, I see.
And
I thought
that's
he
where
was
we're
a
gonna go ahead
werewolf
and
with hair.
end tonight.
Aw.
Yes. Fun times. But
Didn't even get to Hell House.
we're not doing Hell House.
What are you talking about? Those kids were definitely going to lead us to Hell House if we took them home.
Maybe. Maybe not. But
So you're saying that they weren't the ghostly children that are typically with Hell House?
this is a homebrew of a certain property that a certain company of wizards owns that we're changing slightly.
Sorry, not Hell House, Heck House.
Yes. Thank you so much for making that generic and friendly. But yeah, thanks for playing. Sorry there's so many tech issues.
It is alright. We're still getting used to it.
Yeah. And I think this may be the first. I'm gonna do some editing, edit all the times my computer crashes, and we should be fine.
Figure out what I said when I walked away.
Mm-hmm. Listen to you guys scheming. But
Yeah.
It was not scheming. It was not scheming.
Oh, okay. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and